Hello, hello, my bold friends. It is Coach Hudson here. You have caught me in post-Christmas mode here. I wasn't going to put on a monkey suit for you, and I know that you'd appreciate that because I've taken some time with my family, and I am an accountable person, and an accountable person gets the job done and still creates a video for his amazing people who committed early to their growth. And so that's what we're here to do today, and and that's what we're going to talk about today is to be accountable, right? Because you remember the first thing we talked about in our pre-coaching sessions here was commitment, being committed, truly committed. Then we talked about intentionality, similar to purposeful, choosing specifically what you will do with your time, right? And how you use your time and how you control yourself in the use of your time, all of that stuff. Today, we're going to talk about accountability. Now, accountability, so funny. We are not we're not necessarily born loving accountability. And most of us, maybe not you guys, because you guys are growth-minded people. Most people live their life still not liking accountability, right? Because gosh, accountability means we've got to face the truth. We've got to take ownership of our life and our business and where we stand, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. And so, because most of us don't like accountability, most of us don't receive the gift of accountability, right? And that's what accountability is. Accountability is not an ugly thing. Accountability is a gift. Accountability is accepting who you are and where you are, and any piece of it that you don't really like, changing it, and understanding that it's up to you and only you. This is the reality of life, right? The success, the health, the wealth, the family, the relationships, that none of it's just going to fall into your lap. Now, I know in a perfect world it would. That sounds great. We don't live in a perfect world. This is the world that we get. And so an accountable person knows that their DNA is in everything that they have, every result that they have, every condition that they are living in currently, they have their DNA in it. It is not how they grew up, how much money they started out with, how much education they have, what the world did, what the weather was, what the pandemic was, what the market was. They understand, an accountable person understands that they have 100% ownership of who they are and where they are in the world. And the beauty in that is that it allows you the freedom to move forward. Once you decide purposefully that you're going to be an accountable person, once you are committed to being an accountable person, you will realize how beautiful the world is, knowing that you can change it any which way you want to. It's interesting. If I'm going to be a person with you right now, accountability was one of the hardest things for me to not only just accept, hardest things for me to learn to love. And yet I have learned to love it. Those of you who may be Facebook connected with me, I put something out there last night as I was sitting on the couch after the kids went to bed and kind of just waxing poetic after a beautiful holiday. Um, I really can say, while nothing is perfect and there's still more goals and dreams and commitments that we're working towards, my and my family's life is absolutely totally by design. And it's a beautiful feeling. It gets overwhelming sometimes in all of the best ways. And that is simply because I chose to be okay with being accountable. I chose to hold myself accountable and I chose to accept accountability. In fact, most of the dear friends, the closest friends in my life, are the type of people who will hold me accountable at a high level, even if they know I might be annoyed with them every once in a while. So we're talking about accountability. And if we're going to talk about accountability, it's a simple concept, right? And yet not everybody gets it. Ultimately, we'll talk about this a lot in Bold, right? If we boil down everything, like what we can control in the world, it's just us. All we can really control is the way that we feel and the way that we act and all of that stuff, right? And we are still human beings. And because we are still human beings, our environment is so important because we can be committed people and we can be intentional people, and we can choose accountability as a way of life. And yet, if we're surrounded by victims, and a victim is the opposite of an accountable person, right? A victim blames everyone else in the world other than themselves for what they have. And those are the type of people that will never live more than an average life. If that's who we're spending time with, then it becomes really challenging for us to be accountable. So think about that. And this is another thing that's going to help you as we get to Bold in the next few weeks. Which relationships are in your world are truly accountable ones that love you and have fun with you and give you grace when it's appropriate, and also call you out when it's appropriate. The type of person, when you fail at a goal or hit a stumbling block in a goal, doesn't say, oh, there, it's okay, don't worry about it. They say, hey, it is okay, how are we going to fix it? What is your next step? Quitting is not an option. If you've got one or two or three or four, or however many people in your life that truly love you enough to hold you accountable and not just like smile and nod through life, those are the type of people you're going to really want to have more in your life, spend more time within your life, and especially as we move through Bold. Because no matter what level of production you're at right now, you will need other people. There are barking dogs. I apologize. I am at home. You are going to want to identify those relationships and keep them close at the very least during your Bold journey, because you're going to do more. You're going to do different. Lots of new things, lots of things that you probably don't wake up just bursting with energy to do, right? And so if you've got those accountable people close, and in fact, if you share with them the journey that you're on, I'm telling you what, you are going to have a fabulous, fabulous time in the Bold room, because they won't let you quit and they won't let you let yourself off the hook. All right. So I want to implore you, as we move into the last week of this year, I want to challenge you to be accountable. I'd like to challenge you to stay accountable. You guys are inevitably going to talk about New Year's resolutions over the next few days. Now, some of you are like, I don't do resolutions. You're still thinking about what you're looking to achieve and what you're looking to change in 2023. An accountable person goes in knowing that they are the cause of what they desire to change. So what are you looking to do in 2023? And if you're going to hit it and create your goals and create your life by design, right? Let's make sure that we understand and own the fact that where we are today is on us, and therefore where we desire to go is on us too. I trust that you are going to have the most amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day coming up. I trust you'll stay safe while having a blast. And 2023, because in some part, because you are choosing to be on this bold journey with us, is going to be the most fabulous year of your life. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.